Hi, it's Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I have 3 different versions of the same design. And the main part of it is this pattern here. Now, I designed it to be done with a pen, and I've put it onto white cardstock and then given it a very narrow border of a mustard yellow cardstock, which kind of matches the colour there. But what I want to do is to mat it with a darker base like that and then put it onto my card base. So I've got my matting frames here, which help me out considerably. Got my card base in there, and then what I'm going to do is put some sticky tape on my card base. So that I can stick the first layer on. Oops, didn't put that down very well, did I? Never mind. So my paper will go on top of there. It's cut to the correct size. Push that down in there. And now I can put this in place. So put it to the side. It's slightly narrower, I think, than my frame because I was just using a scrap of card. So put it there. There we go, that's matted up, so tape can go in the bin. Now there's another thing that I was going to do with this one, and that is do a little bit of freehand drawing. So I'm just going to get a piece of paper to test my pen. This is the same pen that I used for doing this. Now I'm going to zoom in so you can get to see what I'm doing a bit better. That should do the trick, I think. And so I'm just going to do a stem there, and I'm just going to draw an oval, and I'm just going to put some petals around here. Like that. Because I think this needs another one, I'm actually going to put another curved line there, and another couple of petals, and this time I'm going to do a round. There we go. There we go. Now I'm going to make it so these are double lines. So it's just following the arc along that I already did. Now if you find it really difficult to follow an arc, I suggest you don't do it a second time. Or if you do, then you use a template, because if you get it all wibbly wobbly, it just won't look very good. I'm going to put some little, almost like seed heads around. Like that. So normally I follow the rule of 3, but because there isn't enough room on this card to put 3 in, I'm ignoring it. So there's 2 flowers, and I need to put this on here. I think I'm going to raise it up on a piece of foam. There we are, that's the first card done. So very simple, very quick to do. Now the second one is a slight variation on this, and I've put the design top and bottom, And so now I need to put this onto my card base. So again, get my frame, put that in there. My desk soon becomes littered with bits of sticky tape backing. I swear I must keep the sticky tape manufacturers in business. There we go. Now with this one, apart from doing it with the blue pen, I also took an alcohol marker and I just put a slight blue line, matching blue line around the outside edge. It just adds a little bit of definition. That's all it does. So that goes in there. Frame comes out. That's done. And with this one, I am just going to put straightforward tape on the back. I'm not bothering to raise it up. And just eyeballing that pretty much in the centre. So that is the second one done. And for the third one, I've gone for a black base, which is quite unusual, but it's very striking. And what I've done here is I have coloured in the image with some inks, just normal ink pads. I'll get one of the ones out that I use. It's these Memento ones. And I used one of these pens, which I actually bought these in Aldi yesterday. And I just put a little water on it and then dabbed the ink onto my work surface, picked up the ink and used it to colour in. So it just gives it a very subtle colour. And I don't know if you can see it, but this one has actually got a crosshatch pattern and it looks really pretty in the light here, but the camera may not pick it up. And I used the Stardust pen from Sakura to do that. It's colourless, but it provides glitter and the colour of the design will show underneath. But the crosshatch just gives it a little bit of glimmer. And I just did a little bit of outlining on some of the petals. So that's what that one was done with. So let's put this one into its card. This one I've done as a top folding. So that goes like that. And that goes in like that. There we are. And then this one will go in here. Now what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to give it a little bit of gold around the edge. I'm just going to get a pair of tweezers to hold it so I can actually see where I'm putting it. Otherwise I can't see the edges too clearly. Yep, I think that's about right. And so that's the last one. Now one of these, and it was this one, I used the white Signo pen not only to do the writing in my silver bullet, but I filled in the letters a bit so it's more solid looking. Whereas with this one and this one, I haven't filled it in. Now, of course, you could fill it in with a different colour if you were using an open font like the one that I've used, or you could keep it open depending on the way that you want to do things. And so we have the three different types. Now, with this one, I might be inclined to do some more flowers like I did with this. I think it really fills the card out nicely. It doesn't take very long to do and it just really completes it. This one doesn't need it because you've got your thank you in the centre and you've got the two borders on there anyway. But then this one, you could have this border on here, you could freehand some flowers. You might decide to add a bigger sentiment, or you might decide to say thank you and then put for being you or something like that underneath it. But I think I'll probably do the same with that one and just do a couple of flowers on it. Maybe a different sort of flower, and maybe even just stamp a flower and then colour it in. So there we go, 3 different cards from the same file. It'll be linked below. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.